Hello, my fellow bee people. This is Rob here from Wildfield Honey. And as you can tell by this dried up field of aster, it's fall. It's getting cool. We're in mid-November now, and it's time to wrap the bees. But that got me thinking, why do we wrap the bees? Why is it important to wrap them up for the wintertime here in Southern Ontario, where we get lots and lots of snow and cold wind? And in today's video, I hope to answer that question for my fellow beekeepers who also keep bees in the cold north. Thanks so much, and let's have a look at the bees. So, we got a beehive. So why exactly do we wrap these bees in what we have right here? One of these black winter wraps. Well, you know, the bees have enough honey on either side of the brood box here, the single brood chamber, that acts as insulation throughout the winter time. So that, in addition to them clustering and huddling together to make heat, keeps the internal temperature of the hive warm. Now, why we really use these wraps is come March, parts of April, where the weather is really sporadic. Sometimes here in Southern Ontario it snows. Well, we need a way to protect that brood nest, to make sure that we don't get chilled brood, or the bees stay cozy. And why we really wrap is to protect our bees here in Southern Ontario in those later months, like February, March, when they're starting to brood up, and we want to protect that cluster, that new batch of spring bees that come out. So that's the real reason why we wrap our colonies. Is not so much for the cold winter months, from what I understand. It's more so because of the later months like February, March. So I'm going to pop this on. I'm going to show you one extra little tip. Note the pink insulation on the inside of my inner cover. So we're going to slap that on here. There we go. Now, another really cool tip that was given to me by one of the members of the Golden Horseshoe Bee Club was to actually install a piece of wood that has a hole in it, the same diameter as the hole of the upper entrance, and you screw it to the brood box. Now, it's pretty clever, and I've seen a lot of beekeepers do this in Southern Ontario, and I never knew why. The reason they do it is because when a bee comes out of the hive for a cleansing flight, you want to make sure that they go back in through the upper entrance and not get trapped in between the black insulation and the brood box itself, because there's a gap between these. So what we do is we press down and we install this ever so slightly and just drill it in. There we go. And there we go. So now when the bees come back, it's completely smooth and we don't have to worry about anything. So in a nutshell, the bees are wrapped up, real simple. We're ready for March. This cluster is nice and large. I'm not going to open it up just because you don't really want to open up your hives. From what I was told, in the fall, you break the seal of propolis that they've nicely laid on the top, and it's want to keep everything nice and sealed inside there. So I hope this was helpful. I know this is information that I would have liked to known last year when I got my bees through winter time. And listen, I'm no expert, but I just want to show you my journey through beekeeping, and hopefully I helped you answer some questions about wrapping your bees up for the fall, winter. Thanks so much, guys, and hope to see you soon on another video.